Hey, welcome to the first slice. I just want to thank you for watching. So, this reading is for this is a gaslighted reading. Basically, there was a story. There was this black girl that was adopted by this Costco family. Well, people were calling her the Costco black girl, and people were wondering whether or not she was really okay. I'm hearing left or right. You see, like, obviously they were rushing, and we have news stating that it was a hoax because they said that the little girl was okay from what I heard, but something just ain't feeling right, like whether or not she's okay or not. I felt like that particular subject and topic that was trending at that moment was a serious issue because, first of all, the Latina girl had called the cops on a white family with a black daughter, a black adopted daughter. So maybe there's some type of tension, Three of Swords, that people, maybe this is some type of tension, a white family adopting a black little girl. Maybe the Latina was just being racist in her own insecurities. Although she did say that she had children, and she also said that she just got full custody of her children. So in a way, you can kind of see the type of person that she is. If she's really trying to help somebody, I don't think somebody would say, okay, so if this is her Ten of Swords, somebody feels stupid. Somebody feel like they lucked out, I'm hearing. So let's get some information on this girl, whether or not, like, is child trafficking going in California? Is child trafficking happening in California that we don't know about? Five of Swords. This is a plot. Whether the police is in it, whether the news stations are in it, somebody's in it. Five of Swords. Somebody's doing sorcery. Somebody's doing witchery. The cards say it's true. And the Ace of Wands basically finding out, the girl recording her at the Costco, finding out, wanting for her to have a better life, wanting for her to, okay, is she fine? I hope that she's safe. Everybody's wishing that this girl is not getting abused. Everybody's hoping that if this girl was getting abused, right? If this girl was getting abused, it would be illuminated so that this problem could go away and we would not see this situation that we have. So I'm seeing a Nine of Swords. Maybe she feels stupid. Maybe the Latina girl feels stupid for her particular insecurities in the situation with the Costco girl. I'm seeing that there was a death of a situation. Was there a death? There was a tower moment. This was a tower moment, and I'm seeing that, yes, a man does orchestrate this. It could have been that man. I'm seeing red, okay? The girl was wearing red at Costco's, their brand. The color of the Costco label, for some reason I'm hearing this, the color of Costco's is red. When you go to Costco's, you see red. Blood, ritual, blood sacrifice. That's what I'm hearing. Seven of Swords. Walking away, trying to sneak away, being sneaky. This is exactly what the people were doing. It's like when you get caught red-handed, and because of, I guess, the assurance that we hear that this girl is okay, but is she really okay? Because in the future we have the death. If this Latinx woman said that this little girl said that she was getting raped, and if she doesn't eat, they're gonna rape her. Okay, I see an issue. I see death. I see torture. I see bad jujus. But one thing I have to see is that maybe this could be for the Latinx woman, because she's coming to this point of fruition where as she feels stupid. She's giving up. She's throwing the towel in. Ending of situation. Maybe the family could have been abusive to the girl. Maybe they really loved her, but they could have been abusive to her. And by being emotionally abusive, she looked like that. She felt like she was getting raped internally. Maybe she was lying. Maybe she was being a pathological liar. Who knows? I'm not saying that people are like that, but when you are passed around, passed around, passed around, passed around, you can wind up finding yourself in predicaments that you never thought that you would be in from the beginning. And that's why we have the Page of Pentacles. Wandering, this Page of Pentacles to me is like giving somebody a McDonald's Happy Meal. And they're supposed to be okay for the whole week. You're telling me I'm supposed to be okay for a whole week for a McDonald's Happy Meal? Because yes, this girl was sad. She was sad. 5 of Cups, sad. This was depressing. Somebody said something to her in that household. Somebody said something to her to make her feelings feel bad. Okay? She was having a bad day. It could have been that she wasn't getting raped and she was just having a bad day. But at the end of the day, she was depressed. At that moment when that woman felt that energy, it was because that woman was trying to be nurturing. And now she feels stupid whether or not it's true or false. At the end of the day, we still don't have the test kit. At the end of the day, we still don't know whether or not that girl was raped because they did not do that particular evidence. And okay, the family can come on NBC, CBS, Fox News, but at the same time, to me, that's just propaganda, because at the end of the day, this is happening to a lot of people. People get into the foster program, then they're passed around until they find that particular family that is whole, loving and nurturing and trying to actually give them unconditional love and is not trying to give up on them, because that's what these kids need. They need unconditional love. They need someone who's going to give them that Ace of Cups. They need someone who's going to give them that love, that honest love, that overflow, because they can't love themselves because of all of that trauma, because of all of that past hurt. And look at that. Maybe at the end, look, the Devil and the Sun. We have the Devil and the Sun. So this is exactly how you know. This is exactly how you know. Basically, she fallen back with the devil. So this is, to me, I feel like this is what is supposed to be a happy ending with a shit Sunday on the side. How I'm feeling is that, yeah, this situation brought to light the fact that, yes, she was getting abused. If she was not getting sexually abused, she was getting emotionally abused. Hello? She was getting emotionally abused. And maybe that's what the Latina girl, the Latina woman, the Latinx woman misinterpreted. She misinterpreted the fact that maybe this child is just depressed because what if she just came to this home? What if this is her first 6 months in this home? What if she's only been living with them for a year, and since they have all these kids, she feels like she doesn't have the time for them to focus on her. She feels like she's put on the side just for a cash bag. So, okay, if they want to call her Costco slave girl, I'm hearing that, yeah, she was a slave to them. She was doing certain things that was pulling her integrity. But because of this coming to the light, this is where the situation ends, because it was pulling her integrity. Okay? I'm seeing some sick shit is connected to this. Someone wants to take this little girl's happiness. Someone wanted to take this little girl's happiness. But at the end of the day, because people are talking about it, because it was trending on Twitter, because the news stations threw it out and said, oh yeah, whether or not she's in trouble, whether she's in trouble, at the end of the day, she's getting the sun because it's illuminating the whole entire picture of what she's going through. She's going to be fine out of this situation. She might have been raped in the past. She might have been emotionally abused in the past. She might have been tortured in the past. She might not have been able to eat. She might have starved in the past. But from all of this illumination, and in a way, the Latinx woman helped her situation, because that little girl needed attention. That little girl needed someone to pay attention to her, to talk to her, to ask her how she was doing, to give her communication, to give her nurturing. And that's why we have the 10 of Cups and the 6 of Wands. Because at the end of the day, when she gets older, she's going to laugh at this. She's going to laugh at the situation. She'll laugh at this situation. She'll have a way better picture in her future And throughout this situation, now because of it, because this stuff is getting publicized on the mainstream networks, she is getting her ass taken care of. They know now not to F with her. They know now that they have to pay attention to how they treat their children, whether they're their real children or whether they are adopted. I'm hearing whether it's your biological child or your adopted child, you will treat them the same because they deserve it. Every child, if you're claiming that child deserves unconditional love, and she's going to get it. So yeah, she might have been through this dark moment. She might have been through this dark moment where, yeah, people were trying to hide things and push things in the past. But no, this girl is getting her resolution. So whether or not these things happen to her, we're not going to talk about her trauma. We're not going to bring up her trauma. Because if she did tell that Latinx woman that she will get raped if she eats food, then that woman bringing it on Facebook and bringing it on the news stations, at the end of the day, that situation illuminated, and those people that were taking care of her felt like shit. They felt horrible. Okay? They felt horrible. And because of it, look, 8 of Swords. They feel like shit. Look at that. Whether it's their family members or people that they know. People are judging them. People are giving them the side eye. People that know them in real life are giving them the side eye. And they have this bondage around them. Because, okay, if they did do something, look at that. The bird is there watching. If they did do something, we all see it now. So they can't do it anymore. So she's fine. The girl is fine because somebody's always going to be watching. Somebody's always going to be watching now. And they're scared shitless. They're not going to do anything to that little girl because they're on the fucking spotlight. They're not going to do anything to that little girl. She is going to get targeted. And you know, for some time, this situation is going to be an issue in the household because they felt like she brought this drama. So from all of this situation, she feels like she has to disconnect, like how we saw her disconnect when she was literally in the video. I'm seeing somebody, I'm getting a total deja vu. Like, you just need to take a whole month to yourself. Just like lock the doors and don't even open it. And just like stay in there for an entire month. And just try to withdraw from these people. She's withdrawing. This situation calls for her to rest. Whether she's in school, she's focusing on her spirituality, on her growth, on trying to get this situation out of her mind. Because whether or not this pain did occur, whether she was traumatized or raped, at the end of the day, she's going through an amazing transformation. And you know what? This could be said about the Latinx woman and the girl. I feel as though the woman and the girl are somewhat connected and they're somewhat going through the same phases within their lives. That's why they met each other at that particular moment, because a direction needed to be pushed. And without that Latinx woman pushing that family in that direction, she would not have been able to become this intuitive being, knowing who she is, knowing that what has made her who she is the reason why she is who she is. She's going to be fine. She has a great head on her shoulders. She's not going to allow anyone to come between her and her spirituality and her knowing. Because this girl, yeah, she might be young, but she's tapped in. And she knows that not all the people in her family are for her. She knows that. 7 of Wands, not all the people in her family are for her. People are pointing these wands. People are blaming her. People want to blame her, but they can't blame her because this illumination, this 10 of Cups, this happiness, she is going to be okay. I'm hearing that definitely. I really wanted to get clarification, and I'm hearing she has spirit guides, she has spirit animals. She is going to be fine. because her ships is coming in. She has more than one ship. So say that this situation actually was a problem. She finds herself in an entirely new foster family. She finds a foster family that actually wants to take care of her. Child Protection Services gets involved. She's the Queen of Wands. She's witty. She's charismatic. She gets a family to get her like this. People want her. People want to have this child because they know that she's gifted. They know that she's intelligent. They know that she's going to be something one day. And that is exactly why those people might have been around her like that. I don't personally think that it was okay for them to let her come into Costco's without a face mask if she was sick. I definitely think that if somebody's sick, they should be eating, because if you don't eat and you're sick, it's just going to be uncomfortable the entire time. You're going to be sitting on an empty stomach, depending on what you're sick from. If you are going to throw up, I'm seeing that they were lying about that, but intuitively it could have been other reasons. Okay, I don't know why this came to me at this moment, and I don't think this is 100% true. Could she be pregnant? Could she have been pregnant? Could she have been raped and then got pregnant and then they made her have an abortion? Yes. That could have been the reason why she was in this depression. That could have been the reason why the Latinx woman felt the need to talk to her, because she felt like maternally that this girl and her were connected. So they had to talk about the situation, and they had to come to the terms, the fact that this girl needs help and she needs nurturing, because she is powerful. She's going to be powerful one day. So I really feel for her. I think this was a crazy reading. Let's see the overall. Okay, let's see. Okay, actually, let's see what's going to happen to the Latinx woman. Is she going to be able to get over the situation? What's her... Okay, look, 9 of Cups. So she knows. The Latinx woman knows deep down in her heart. Yes. Oh my gosh. She knows deep down in her heart. This is what happened. This happened. That happened. That girl told her that. That girl told her that. That girl told her that. She told her that. Look at that. That she helped that girl. Whoever wants to be like, oh no, that girl was not getting raped by those people. You know, she's not in danger. She's fine. Okay, she's fine now. But before that, something was going on, because that girl told her something, because people were plotting against that girl. People were plotting against her. She is so sure. The Latina woman is so sure. She's not backing down because she knows her truth. She knows her truth. And whether or not she's alone, at the end of the day, she knows that God is by her side. She controls her emotions. She's manifesting her life the way that she wants to, because she knows the key. She knows that that little girl said something to her. That little girl opened her mind. That little girl opened her heart. Maybe when she finally just got custody, she realized, oh my gosh, talking to this girl made me realize I really need to make sure I pay attention to my children more. I learned to give and take well. I give to my one daughter, and then I give to my other daughter, and I make sure that I grow this bond with them, so that if they ever get in a situation where they are taken advantage of or raped, they don't find themselves in this predicament, because they can come to me. Because she wants to build, she wants to grow this bond. This has pushed her to want to grow a bond with her children. And because of this love, at the end of the day, there might be haters online, but they both are going to experience love. The Latina woman, she's going to get herself together and her family together, and she's going to be happy. The girl is going to be fine. I'm hearing the girl's going to be fine, because they know not to mess with her anymore. People are watching. Spirit animals are watching. Her ancestors have her back. This family is going to turn upside down. It's going to wind up being from, okay, if it was negative, it's going to be positive. If it was positive, it's going to be negative. So it all depends, because we have the 10 of Cups, ultimate satisfaction, fulfillment. And we have 6 of Wands. So there's some form of justification. Knowing that when somebody needed you, you were there for them when in all odds, and no one was. So I think this was an interesting reading. I got a headache. So maybe right now they're going through that death situation that we talked about, but it's gonna be better. And then we have the King of Cups. All right, that's kind of creepy because I'm seeing two counterparts. We got the King of Pentacles and we got the King of Cups. Let's get some clarification. Because I really don't want to say that. Is this somebody that's being passed around? Okay, here we go. Exactly. This is about the little girl. Exactly. This is about the little girl. After all of that sadness, all of that regret, all of that horror, like, it was depressing. I'm hearing that she got taken advantage by two men at the same time. I'm seeing that she was a fool. Or I'm seeing that she has two individuals in her life. One individual that makes her feel young and vibrant and allows her to be herself. And then she has someone in her life that's materialistic and that wants to feed her, but only when they want to. As long as she follows the rules, it's okay. Because her spirit animals were there with her through this traumatic experience. And that is why we come back to this situation. The world, it's ending. So maybe this is about the Latinx woman, because when I came to this card, this was my card that I was talking about with the Latinx woman. So maybe in the past, the Latin woman felt she did not feel reassured in her last relationship, and that's exactly why it ended with her and her baby father. But she could be dating someone that could also help mature this relationship that they have and really grow it. So I'm really seeing positive things for the both of their lives. I'm seeing that they went through a traumatic situation and now it's turning positive. All right. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.